Hey Destiny, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me and for accepting this free video. I'm super excited that you did because today I'm going to show you guys and your team 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge impact in your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge difference in their business. Right now, you're getting about 7 people-ish to your website per month. So you're missing out on majority of the traffic, over 60 to 70% of the jobs, by not having these strategies in place. So today we're going to talk about 3 main things: your content keyword strategy, your citations, and your backlinks, okay? So here on your website, you have a decent looking website. You do have the basic fundamentals in place. When it comes to ranking on Google, Google doesn't rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content. So we need a lot of content, okay? We need the right type of content. Now, Google requires a separate page for all of your major services, which it appears that you have. This is critical because Google wants one page dedicated to a service where you can talk about everything related to that service, talk about your processes, answer the most common questions your customers have. It allows you to hyper focus on the local keywords for those services. It is also highly recommended, if you don't already have them, to have service area pages so that each area that you serve, you can show up in those search results, okay? Now, when people are searching on Google, 90% of the time, they won't be searching your brand name, okay? Most people in these situations have never been in this situation. They're not going to know who you are. They're not going to search for you specifically. They are going to be searching the local keywords for your services. So we need to be focused on water damage restoration Houston, water damage Houston, Houston water damage, and capitalize on the different ways people search so you can be indexed for those keywords, rank them, and actually start driving traffic to your website. I am happy to see that you have a form close to the top, and it does look like a click to call, but the number you're showing here and the actual click to call is different. You're showing 281-358-0999, and when you click to call, it's actually 888-950-1616. I don't know if that was done on purpose or if that's an error. Just thought I would bring that up. Okay, so this is important. It's even better if it's here, because once you get people here, you want them to convert. You get seconds to capture their attention, and the higher it is on the page, the higher the conversion rates are. We have found it can be up to 80% higher. Now, your home page is the most important page. It's supposed to tie all of these pages together, okay? So it does need a summary of all of your major services, but that requires more than a phrase or a sentence. This requires a paragraph or 2, okay? We need good quality content with the local keywords that it describes these services, okay? And we don't just want generic information. We actually want helpful, useful information. Good quality content. This homepage needs at least 1,500 words or more of content. When your competitors have 1,500 words, you will need more than they have. Anytime you're trying to outrank a competitor, we have to do better than they're doing. So that means more words of content, more blog articles, more pages, okay? Better quality, more dialed in keyword strategy. All of those things are going to be critical for your business. Google is sending crawlers to your website to scan everything. It's going to scan all of these pages, all of the content of these pages, to try and understand who RoadRunner is, okay? What is your business? What services do you offer? And where do you offer those services? So if you don't have the right type of content, if the content doesn't explain that information, if you don't have a keyword strategy dialed in, if your location and service areas aren't specific, Google doesn't have enough information. And so if Google doesn't understand how can we expect them to send you customers? Okay, so your content and keyword strategy are absolutely critical for you. If we look at your top competitor in Houston for water damage, it is SERVPRO. And yes, they're a franchise, but they're also very beatable, you guys. Franchisees only serve certain zip codes, so you're only competing against the franchisees in your area. And each of these franchisees here are given these generic pages that they're not actually allowed to modify or dial in for their own content strategy. So they get what they get. So all you have to do is better. That means having more written content, better quality content, more dialed in keyword strategy, more of the long form blog articles. And these guys are absolutely beatable. You will definitely be able to start competing at their level and be able to outrank them in time. Okay. Now we know when your customers do a search, they'll do a search similar to this. And when they do, we want your website to be what's showing up. And there's three main areas on the first page of Google your business can have good position in. And the first is generally going to be your cost per click ads and local service ads. And these can be really profitable as long as you have your services dialed in and you're using proper landing pages. You're not just sending them to a generic website page where they won't convert. Otherwise, you are losing money on your ad spend. Now, these next sections here, these are your Google Business Profile, Google Map Pack. You want to be in the top 3 for your services in your area because 30% of people come straight here and they don't go anywhere else. So if you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving money on the table and you're quite literally handing your customer to your competitor. So in order to get into these positions, if you're not already, you have to optimize your profile and go and get a bunch of citations. And that is simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and putting those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, etc. Even your social media pages are citations. So we need more and better quality ones than our competitors, and it's going to do a whole lot to help you get in this top position or be able to maintain position, okay? And this third section here is even more important. This is the organic sections. This is where 60 to 70% of people go. They will skip ads and the maps and they come right here. So when you're not one of these companies here in the organic section, you lose 60 to 70% of the available jobs to you every single month. So in order for your website to show up here, it comes back to the foundation of this site. Do you have it built properly with the right content and keyword strategy? And are you supporting that strategy with a backlink SEO strategy? Okay. This is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show how your website is performing. And we can see you have a rating of a 7 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which means Google doesn't trust your website. And yes, it does have to do with the quality of your site, but more so the power you send to your site. Your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power. So we send power to our websites with backlinks. And we need a lot of backlinks. We need good quality backlinks. Not all are created equal. This is a popularity contest. So we only want to be getting the good do-follow links that are closest related to our business, to our services. So those are going to come from websites of places like other home service businesses and vendors, okay? And as you get those good quality links, this score is going to go up. It's going to increase, and Google's going to promote your website higher. It's going to help it to rank those keywords. Right now you have limited content and keyword strategies, so you've only been indexed for a couple keywords, and you're only getting 3 people to your website. When we look at your keywords, these are all branded, all different restoration companies, okay? So none of this is helping you. Your customers are coming, the 3 customers are coming from people who specifically look for you, not the 90% of people who are looking for your services, okay? And so we definitely need to dial in your content keyword strategy and then support it with your backlinks so you can rank and capitalize on traffic, because you're missing out on hundreds and thousands of potential traffic. Now, SERVPRO here, your competitor, their location here is a 4.5 out of 100. Looks like we're having an error here, but we do have to do better. They've been indexed for 95 keywords. They're getting over 1,800 people to this specific location page. That's not all of SERVPRO. This is just one of those locations, okay? And so you're missing out on tons of potential here. If we look at those keywords, okay, we can see these are water damage restoration Houston, water damage restoration Houston TX, water damage repair Houston. We can see there's tons of volume. This one keyword has 1,000 searches alone. Okay, and the higher you are ranking, the more of the percentage of this volume goes to your website. Okay, and we can see here they are ranking in the top positions. There's 10 spots per page on Google. Okay, so they're at the top. So they're getting a ton of this traffic. Okay, so if you want to capitalize on this, you want to drive this traffic, you want to be able to outrank these guys, you have to apply these strategies I've shown you. It is, again, absolutely possible to become competitive and even beat them in time, but you do have to apply all three of those strategies, okay? So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it yourself, and start helping more people starting tomorrow. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in this, give us a call at Peterson SEO because this is our specialty. We specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys, okay? So please feel free to ask any questions, reply to my email, give us a call, send us a text, and we'd be happy to chat. And if you don't mind, I would love to get your feedback and thoughts on this video because I'm always trying to make them better. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.